This is where Action Civics comes in. At Generation Citizen, we think students can learn about how democracy works by using government to take action on important community issues. Action Civics is interactive, experiential, project-based, and it allows students to inquire, explore, take action on issues that matter to them. Through the process, they learn about government. It's not just the memorizing of the 3 branches or how a bill becomes a law. It's a chance for students to grapple with real issues, systems, and processes that make an impact in their community.
During the spring of 2017, I was a democracy coach for a 7th grade Texas history class. And during training, we did learn kind of how students were going to pick the issues. And so going into the classroom, I figured my students would pick like issues such as we have too much homework, or school starts too early, or there's litter on the floor. And, you know, those are great issues for them to work on. But when we started brainstorming ideas for what they wanted to work on big picture wise, it really surprised me the issues that they were bringing up. They were very big national issues that were being discussed and issues that were still very local. So they brought up police and community relations, immigration, climate change. They talked about the North Dakota Access Pipeline, which to me was amazing because a lot of the times I think we have this idea that students at that young age, or children at that young age, don't know what's going on in the real world, and we kind of dismiss their opinions and dismiss their voices, but they very much are aware of what is happening. And so they ended up kind of choosing to work on police and community relations, and it was an issue that seemed very near and dear to them, which was, and a lot of students had said that it's something that they had personally seen and experienced, which is kind of sad, but it was very inspiring to see that they chose this issue that was being talked a lot during at that time in the news and whatnot, and they wanted to take action on such a big issue that really impacted them.
What they do when they picked the issue.
Yeah, so they picked the issue and then they kind of went through it and we kind of started discussing why it was happening, what was causing it. And so it was during the Texas legislature was in session and we found a bill, Texas Senate Bill 273, and it focused on improving education with the community and with police. And so that's what they felt like was the root cause of it all. So they figured out that the root cause was that both sides didn't really know how to interact with one another. And by using education, and that's what Senate Bill 273 did, they were able to kind of fix that problem on both sides. And so the community would know how to kind of work with the police and vice versa. And so it really helped them build an understanding of what it was, and it passed. And so they were very excited. They called and emailed and wrote letters to state representatives and state senators. And they were very excited when they got responses and they felt like their voice was heard. And that was the most inspiring thing ever because the students were even more passionate and even more energetic about it, which was very, very great.
And so just like the students in Daniela's story, each class walks through a similar process. They identify an issue that personally impacts them, something that feels real and important. They research that issue to determine why it's happening and what they can do about it. They create a plan to take action on the issue, and then they have to put that plan into action. They work with community leaders and decision makers, and in the end, make a real difference. Students finally get to present on their work to their community and reflect on the process. Even if they weren't successful in actually passing the bill, it's giving students a chance to think about what did we learn from the process, how did we grow along the way, and what would we do the same or differently next time.